Morning children, today we will discuss about the poem The Road Not Taken. This poem was composed by one of the greatest American poet named Robert Frost. I'll go with each stanza one by one and make you understand the Hindi meaning of it as well as English. So let's start the English version of it first. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. The poet, standing at a point, sees or looks two roads which were diverging towards a jungle which is here giving a sign of autumn season when the leaves falls down from the trees and change their color into yellow one. And the poet says further that he was sorry that he cannot travel on both the roads because he is a single traveler, and he was standing there for a long time looking at one road as far as he could. Then further he says that he was not able to watch it or look at it from where it bent in the undergrowth. Undergrowth means over here where the growth of dense plants and bushes. Okay, now I'll move towards the second stanza. Here the poet says that then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. The poet says then he looked towards the another one, second one, and it was the similar one as the first one, but it was having the better claim to walk on, because it was grassy. It means there was grass on the road and it was not used. Wanted wear means was not used. Further he says, though as for that the passing there, he says that the people who traveled on them, both of them, had warned them really about the same. Means both the road were used in the same manner. Means there was no difference between both of them. Here the word warn means suffering from wear, means the road were used, okay, in the same manner, about the same. Okay, now I'll move further, and in the third stanza the poet says, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. The poet says in that morning when he was standing over there on that point, he saw that both the roads were laying equally in that morning, and none of the leaves of which were fallen from the trees were crushed by the traveler. Means none of the step of the traveler crushed those leaves which were fallen there on the roads. It means they were not used. Oh, I kept the first for the another day. He says that he left the first road for the another day and chose the second one for that day. Even then he knew that how way leads on to way. He knew that both the roads somewhere will meet at a point, and he doubted whether he will be able to ever come back from there. And in the fourth stanza he says that I shall be telling this with a sigh. He says that if he takes a wrong decision over there, he will be telling this with a regret in future, somewhere ages and ages here. Means somewhere in the future, from here, from that time when he's standing there on that point. And what he will be saying? He will saying two roads diverge in a wood. Two roads used to diverge into different direction in a jungle, and I took the one less traveled, and I took that one which was not traveled by the people or many people, and that has made all the difference, and that's why this whole difference has come into place. Now I hope that you might have understood a bit of it, okay, but I'll just make you understand the one more meaning of this poem. Actually, what happens if a person has to choose a profession, then he has to take a few things in mind first, like his interest, his knowledge, his degree, and what he really wants to be in future. And in case he takes a wrong decision over there, what will happen? He will not get success. So it's better that whatever the decision is taken by the person at a point of time has to be decided perfectly and with complete mindset. Otherwise, he will feel regret in future. So one has to understand both the meanings of this poem so that there will be a better understanding. Now I'll talk about the Hindi version of it. कभी कहता है कि एक दिन दो रोड एक येलो जंगल की तरफ जो है वो डाइवर्ज हो रही थी, यानी कि जा रही थी. एंड येलो रोड का मतलब यहाँ पे एक ऐसा जंगल जो कि हमें पतझड़ के मौसम की तरफ इशारा करता है. अब वो कहता है कि मैं माफ़ी चाहता हूँ कि क्योंकि मैं एक अकेला यात्री हूँ तो मैं दोनों रोडों पे नहीं चल सकता हूँ, और मैं बहुत देर तक खड़ा रहा और एक रोड की तरफ देखता रहा जहाँ तक मैं देख सकता था, एज फार एज आई कुड. एंड वहाँ तक देखा जहाँ से मुड़ रही थी, कहाँ? अंडरग्रोथ में, जहाँ पे कि घास की झाड़ियों की मतलब घना ग्रोथ थी, बहुत ज़्यादा उगे हुए थे वो. आगे कहता है कि देन टुक द अदर, फिर उसने दूसरी रोड की तरफ देखा, जस्ट एज फेयर, वो भी उसी तरह की थी. एंड हैविंग परहैप्स द बेटर क्लेम, और शायद ज़्यादा दावा कर रही थी चलने के लिए, बिकॉज इट वॉज ग्रासी, क्योंकि इसके ऊपर घास उगी हुई थी. और वांटेड वेयर का मतलब होता है कि इसका प्रयोग नहीं किया गया था. फिर कहता है वो डू एज फॉर दैट द पासिंग देयर, वो कहता है कि यद्यपि इसके ऊपर जो चले हुए लोग थे उन्होंने समान रूप से इसका यूज़ किया था, इसका प्रयोग किया था. वो मतलब प्रयोग करना, रियली अबाउट द सेम, बिल्कुल बराबर, मतलब उस दोनों में रोडों में कोई अंतर नहीं दिख रहा था. फिर आगे कहता है एंड बोथ दैट मॉर्निंग इक्वली ले, और उस समय उस सुबह को दोनों रोडें एक समान जो है अपने स्थान पे थी, जिसमें कि इन लीव्स नो स्टेप हैड ट्रोडन ब्लैक, कि किसी भी पत्ती को जो पेड़ की थी उसको जो है कुचला नहीं गया था किसी भी कदम के द्वारा. और केप्ट द फर्स्ट फॉर अनदर डे, मैंने जो पहली वाली रोड थी वो दूसरे दिन के लिए छोड़ दी. येट नोइंग हाउ वे लीड्स ऑन टू वे, वो कहता है कि कहीं ना कहीं एक रोड दूसरे रोड पर आगे जाके मिलती जरूर है. फिर कहता है आई डाउटेड इफ आई शुड एवर कम बैक, कि मैं संदेह करता हूँ क्या मैं कभी इससे वापस आ पाऊंगा. आई शेल बी टेलिंग दिस विद अ साई, वो कहता है कि मैं भविष्य में कभी एक आह भरते हुए इस बात को बता रहूँगा, इस समय से लेकर के उस समय तक जब मैं या तो सफलता प्राप्त कर लूँगा या तो नुकसान में रहूँगा. फिर कहता है कि और क्या बता रहा हूँ कि टू रोड्स डाइवर्ज इन अ वुड, कि दो रोड जो है कभी एक जंगल की तरफ जा रही थी, और आई टुक द वन लेस ट्रेवल्ड बाय, मैंने वो चुनी जो कि कम यात्रा की गई थी. एंड दैट हैज़ मेड ऑल द डिफरेंस, और इसीलिए जो ये सारा अंतर आया है. तो आशा करता हूँ कि आपको ये समझ आ गया हो. दूसरा जो एक अर्थ है कि कहीं ना कहीं हमारे जीवन में कभी हम कोई डिसीजन लेते हैं, चाहे अपने प्रोफेशन के प्रति ही, तो हम कई मुद्दों को अपने दिमाग में लेके बैठते हैं, जैसे कि मेरी इच्छा, मेरी नॉलेज, मेरा ज्ञान, मेरी पढ़ाई, क्वालिफिकेशन, उन सबों को तोलते हुए जब मैं कोई डिसीजन लेता हूँ, और अगर उस प्रोफेशन की तरफ मैं आगे बढ़ता हूँ, अगर भविष्य में कभी मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि यार मैं सफल नहीं हो पाऊँगा, तो फिर मैं रेग्रेट फील करता हूँ. तो जो भी डिसीजन एक व्यक्ति लेता है तो उसको सोच समझ कर लेना चाहिए. कहने का मतलब है कि वट एवर द डिसीजन अ पर्सन टेक्स हैज़ टू बी टेकन विद कंप्लीट थॉट, अदरवाइज ही रेग्रेट्स इन फ्यूचर. सो आशा करता हूँ आपको समझ आया होगा. थैंक यू.